Hey there. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I love the delay that happens when you're doing these things. So there's like 5 or 6 seconds where it doesn't really look like I am live, and then all of a sudden it does. So you look really kind of dumb for the first 5 or 6 seconds of this. All right. So this is a little bit of a test to see how my microphone is working. Let's give it a try. And also, before I do a longer YouTube update on Ragbri and my Ragbri wrap up, before riding my bike across Iowa, I had a cortisone shot right here in my thumb. So I knew I was going to be on my bike for 7 days, and I was worried about this thumb arthritis that I have. So I had my very first cortisone shot in my thumb, and it didn't hurt nearly as much as everybody said it was going to. Everyone's like, oh, cortisone shots, they hurt so much. My hat is tipping the wrong way. Here we go. My cortisone shot. So I was a little nervous about how much it was going to hurt because I'd heard they hurt so much. My experience was it didn't hurt that much. Maybe the thumb was hurting so much that the shot didn't really matter, but I really didn't find that the cortisone shot hurt that much. It was certainly uncomfortable, but the lovely PA who did it, she numbed the skin with some, I think it was like biofreeze or something freezy for the skin first. Then she did a little shot of lidocaine to numb it up internally as well. So it did feel like a pinch. I was aware that it was happening. I didn't look, and I kind of dug my hands, into my skin a little bit to distract myself, and it really wasn't that uncomfortable. You could definitely see the little bump where the cortisone was in the joint. There was a little, I don't really call it swelling immediately because it was just there was fluid in there, and that lasted, a day or two. And then nothing really. Um, I didn't have immediate relief, which was I was told I probably wouldn't have immediate relief. So it really wasn't. And I did it a week or so before I was headed to Iowa to do this long bike ride. And I can say that on the bike ride, I was minimally aware of my thumb. So the only time that I really felt the thumb and my symptoms was the last day. There was quite a steep downhill, and I was braking quite hard and quite frequently. And on that particular day, I was thinking, I'm really glad that this bike ride hasn't had a lot of downhills where I needed to brake hard a lot, because that's the only time I was aware of it. Other than that, I can say the cortisone shot, I would say, was 90% effective. I mean, when I compare my two thumbs, certainly this left thumb, I still have some awareness that the joint is not great, but it's nothing like it was. So I would definitely consider doing a cortisone shot in the future if I have a return to the pain levels that I was having. I'm super excited that my right thumb has no symptoms. And yeah, it's like I said, I'm not sure. I think it's been 3, maybe 4 weeks now. They said it might take 3 weeks to see results. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And yeah, it did definitely take some time. And I was quite active in that time where I was biking, I was lifting weights, I was traveling. So I was certainly not taking it easy or not using it. And it's still doing great. So I'm excited to have the ability to tie my shoes a little more easily, do the Ziploc, like, the squeezing opening of those packages tends to be one of the worst things for me, and those are all going great. So overall, 2 thumbs up for my cortisone shot to my thumb joint, and if you're considering it and you're in quite a bit of pain, I had a good experience. I know some people have told me they've had terrible experiences. I don't really know what that's about. Maybe, um, yeah, I don't know what that's about. I suppose there's reactions to cortisone, or maybe I don't know how you could not get in the joint. It's a pretty easy joint to find. Maybe the person that was doing it was inexperienced. The lovely PA who did mine, she does them, she said, pretty much all day long. So she has a lot of experience. She was great. And now I'm just waiting to see how long it lasts. I'm hoping 6 months. Uh, some reasons not to do a cortisone shot into a joint would be that it can break down the surface of the cartilage and encourage arthritis. But if you already have severe arthritis, like I do in my thumb, I'm not really worried about that because the damage is already there. What I'm really doing is managing my symptoms while I continue to do some strengthening to my grip, hoping that if I can get the pain down, I can strengthen my thumb. And then if at some point I do consider, a surgical intervention, I'm going to put that off as long as I can. As long as my grip is good, I can keep the symptoms under control with cortisone shots. I don't like taking ibuprofen or Tylenol. So, cortisone shot for me is much better long term. Hopefully, like I said, 6 months. Maybe it'll last longer. I don't know. This is my first one, so I don't know. Anyway, that was my update and a little bit of a test to see how my speaker's working, how my video's working. It's been a while since I did a YouTube live, and I'd love to be on here more often talking about osteopenia life and active stuff that you can do with your osteopenia. There's no reason that bone loss should slow you down if you're smart about how you take care of your body day to day, week to week, month to month. Plan out and do things that are smart so that you don't continue to lose bone unnecessarily, and that you do all of the things like balance work, flexibility, so that, when you do lose your balance, which you probably will do at some point, minimize the chance of a fall that is going to result in damage to your body. So I'm Andrea. This is my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my website at andreatrombley.com. I've got Strong Women, Strong Bones jump starts that happen a couple times a year, so that if you want to work out with me, you can do that. And I'd love to have you. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Hope this turns out and I don't have to redo it.